Today a lot of events have just activated and I'd like to go over how you can make the most out of them. I'll show you how to get upgrade tokens for half the amount that you can off the auction house. I'll also show you how you can get your hands on this mount just here. We can see the Astral Lockbox has returned with a discount to the Wondrous Bazaar to make them even cheaper, and on top of that we also get a trade bar store discounted. And as I've gone through in my previous video, we've got double professions and you can make the most out of that by farming those scrolls to get the reagents which you can sell for master crafting. So before we get started, I'd like to give a special thank you to all of these channel members for the added extra support. Now before we jump into things, you can obtain your Cloak of Darkness cosmetic, which can be really cool, by clicking the link below, clicking continue, getting your code. You will have to log in though, so you might get that extra step. I showed it in my previous video when we obtained the Drow Renegade free pack. But once you got your code, you head over to Arc Redeem. Make sure you're logged in, redeem that code, and it should say you've received items. Then when you're in game, you might not see it in the promo tab just yet. Again, you may have to just switch character and then return back, and you should be able to claim it there, the Cloak of Darkness promo pack. Once we've got that in your inventory, you should see the cosmetic as account bound. Once you got it on the character you want it on, you can right click that and convert it to your appearance library, and here then you can go and change your cape, and we can go and select this new one. Doesn't cost us anything to change it, and we can see it just there. Now it doesn't look too special when you just run around with it like so, but something really cool can happen with an interaction with these celestial wings. You can see they normally just look like this, some nice white feathered wings. But when we go and change our appearance here to actually wear that cloak, and then mount up with these wings, you can see they look like so. Now the way you'll have to do it is, once you go and mount up, you can see they just look like we have the normal wings. You have to go and essentially disable and re-enable the appearance, and there you have it. But enough of that, let's move on to our lockboxes. Now the Astral Lockbox will be within the Wondrous Bazaar, and base cost is 85,000 Astral Diamonds with that 15% discount. However, if you have VIP rank 12, you can get an additional 25% off to get a total of 40% discount, meaning each box just costs you 60,000. So let's go over quickly. Is it worth buying these? You do not need a key to open them. You just need to spend that initial sink of Astral Diamonds to then have them. And you can buy them off the auction house as well. Depending if you have VIP or not, it could be cheaper. So for an example, we open one of these boxes and you can see we get the worst rewards there. And don't expect anything better. You can see after opening 1,000, we got all these different drops. And if you zoom in on the tooltip, you can see the Astral Lockbox can drop you some decent stuff. But the drop rates are so low, you're never really going to get anything that you want unless you open thousands of these. So when I went and opened 1,000 of these Astral Lockboxes in my previous video, we can see this is what we ended up with. A total of over 44,000 trade bars. And yes, indeed, this is what I'm most interested in. Because yeah, you don't want to open this box for these kind of epic mounts and epic companions. Albeit, if you were lucky to get a Spine Devil, you could sell that bad boy for a decent chunk. 3.5 million, I'm guessing these guys have already managed to drop it from this Astral Lockbox. But again, do not open these Astral Lockboxes unless you want these trade bars. And why do you want trade bars? Well, simply because we have the trade bar discount, and that means you can get upgrade tokens for 33% off. One token only costs you 2 trade bars. Again, if on average 44,000 in 1,000 boxes, that's 44 trade bars per box. Let's round that down to maybe just 40 per box if you're a bit unlucky. And that means with 40 of these trade bars, you can buy 20 of these tokens. So why in hell would you go to the companions tab in the auction house to buy these upgrade tokens when they cost you 85,000 Astral Diamonds just for 10 tokens? You're getting more than double the amount of companion upgrade tokens through trade bars, through the Astral Lockbox, than through the auction house. So that is how, as a new player, you can get massive amounts of upgrade tokens for pretty cheap during this Astral Lockbox event. However, is the Astral Lockbox the best for trade bars? Would it be better saving some keys from VIP to get trade bars? Or is this new lockbox any good? Within it, you barely obtain any trade bars. After you open 150, you get 1,000, but otherwise, the drop rate on trade bars is 25 per drop, and on that, you only obtain it 1 in 10 boxes. So no, it's god awful for trade bars. With the Astral Lockbox, you drop 20 to 500 every box you open, guaranteed. You can see that right there. Always the middle section is trade bars. So again, after 1,000 on average, you obtain 44 trade bars per box. And that's not any lower than what you obtain through your traditional older lockboxes. We have a bunch of them here, and I'd like to go over what's the best lockbox you should be opening for trade bars. Is it the Astral Lockbox at this point? Let's say you aren't swimming in Astral Diamonds, only about 17 million. Would I spend my precious Astral Diamonds on these Astral Lockboxes if I needed trade bars? Well, that depends if you have keys or not. I'm sitting on 100 keys. I'm contemplating, should I be opening the newest lockbox? Should I open this thing to get these rewards? Or should I be opening an older lockbox to get more valuable rewards, since people generally open the newest lockbox and that way those items become the cheapest. And so opening older lockboxes be a lot more profitable. For example, we look at the redeemed lockbox from ages past, and it has the redeemed epic companion pack for the Black Death Scorpion. You can see that thing selling for over just 1 million there. And that King of Spines doesn't sell for too bad, especially considering a mythic mount these days. They generally go for about 2 million. However, keep in mind, this lockbox is an old version. It doesn't have the middle reward, which is guaranteed trade bars. So straight away, this lockbox, no, not taking it. Next lockbox, Reconnaissance Lockbox. Would I open this one? Well, it has the Legendary Class Companion Choice Pack, which has legendary account-wide companions, which can be a massive boon for those alts. Again, I've gone over in previous videos all of those companions. You can look up on my channel, Legendary Class Companion Choice Pack, which one to choose, and you'll probably see them being all tested there. But this has the middle section of just trade bars, which is wonderful. The legendary balloons don't sell for much, but the mythic ones just over 2 million, and otherwise those legendary account-wide companions go for a decent amount. So this one is definitely a good option for me. Otherwise, there's like the newest lockboxes, which is the Dark Omen one, which has just been passed, and it has the Dragon Hunter. Time will go on, and these may very well sell out, and there'll be fewer and fewer of them, and the price will probably climb up slowly. So there might be no harm in opening that one and getting a few of these companions along with your trade bars. Alternatively, there is the Lockbox of Justice. Again, these three all have those trade bars, but it has the Minsk companion. And unfortunately, this lockbox took a bit of a hit since Minsk has come out as account wide now in the Zen market, albeit selling for quite a lot. You'd want to be needing Minsk on, let's say, 4 or 5 characters for it to make it worth it. But still, I don't see Minsk without being account wide going to drop anytime soon, especially since I believe that sale is now over. It was only 1 week. So in conclusion, these would be my top 3 lockboxes to open. Again, just giving you lots and lots of trade bars. And what would I spend trade bars on? Well, ultimately, trade bars are the best way to obtain your upgrade tokens for your mounts and your companions. Alternatively, if you still need to upgrade insignias, well, you can buy a bunch of epic ones here for 80 trade bars per one, and then you can convert those to dust. Alternatively, you can make some profit by selling them on the auction house. Generally, an epic insignia will go for about 50 to 60,000 Astral Diamonds. And yes, indeed, they do sell. So hopefully I've answered a few questions that you may have had, like should I be opening this Astral Lockbox? Should I be opening the newer lockbox, or should I be opening older lockboxes? And then what should I do with those trade bars? And in conclusion, do not open the newest lockbox for trade bars. That's an absolute no-no. You can open my top 3 older ones that I recommended, and otherwise, should you open the Astral Lockbox? Personally, I don't want to spend my hard-earned Astral Diamonds on that kind of gamble, and I don't really need trade bars that much to spend Astral Diamonds on. Personally, save my Astral Diamonds, post them on the Zen exchange, and wait for that to become Zen, as Zen can be a lot more precious. But again, for new players, upgrading their bolster for their companions and mounts, each of these Astral Lockboxes will give you on average 20 upgrade tokens. People are just scamming you on the auction house, making you pay 80,000 for just 10. And so that's that. You can get your upgrade tokens for half the amount through Astral Lockboxes than just buying them on the auction house. So again, I'd like to give a massive thank you to all of these channel members for helping me keep my channel going. And if I presented this well, consider leaving the video a like. And if you're new around here, consider subscribing. We'll see you guys around. Goodbye for now.